Trust me, Mexico will pay for it.
If the Mexicans don't pay for the wall, will you start a trade war with Mexico?
Well, you know, I don't mind trade wars when we're losing $58 billion a year. You want to know the truth. Once a joker, always a joker. Is that true? Once a joker, always a joker. I watched a meltdown like I've never, ever seen. And it was Chris grilling Marco Rubio.
And let's dispel once and for all with this fiction that Barack Obama doesn't know what he's doing. He knows exactly what he's doing.
This guy was sweating so badly. Oh, he was sweating. Honestly, it was disgusting.
But I would add this. Let's dispel with this fiction that Barack Obama doesn't know what he's doing. He knows exactly what he's doing.
And then it went a third time, a fourth time, and a fifth time. And I was ready to grab him because I thought he was going down.
This notion that Barack Obama doesn't know what he's doing is just not
There
true.
it is.
He knows exactly
there it is,
what he's
the
doing.
memorized 25-second speech.
And that was one of the epic meltdowns. He didn't know where he was. I thought he was gonna die. Good going, Chris.
Anyone who believes that Barack Obama isn't doing what he's doing on purpose doesn't understand what we're dealing with here.
He's a joke artist who chokes. I was standing right next to him. I look over, I say, "Are you okay?" I mean, it looked like he just came out of a swimming pool. He was soaking wet. Marco is not a negotiator. I watched him melt down, and I'll tell you, it was one of the saddest things I've ever seen. When you're a joker, you're always a joker. We can't have that. We can't take any chances in this country. You had to see him backstage. He was putting on makeup with a trowel.
He says that I'm sweating all the time. It's hot in here. Am I sweating now?
I will not say that he was trying to cover up his ears. I will not say that. And he's over here, and I see him starting to sweat. Thank God he has really large ears, the biggest ears I've ever seen. Because they were protecting him. It was going...
He's always calling me Little Marco. And I'll admit, the guy, he's taller than me. He's like 6'2", which is why I don't understand why his hands are the size of someone who's 5'2". Have you seen his hands?
He hit my hands. Nobody has ever hit my hands. I've never heard of this one. Look at those hands. Are they small hands?
And you know what they say about men with small hands?
He referred to my hands. If they're small, something else must be small. I guarantee you there's no problem.
Now look, he's got a sign. Show him your hands, Mr. Trump. My hands, look at these hands. These hands hit a golf ball 285 yards. Look at these hands.
Hiring people to work on your projects illegally. You hired some workers
No,
from
I'm the only one on the stage that's hired people. You haven't hired anybody. All you have to do is look at his credit card. I mean, he is a disaster with his credit cards. Here's a guy that buys a house for $179,000. He sells it to a lobbyist who's probably here for $380,000, and then legislation is passed. You tell me about this guy.
We have a con artist as the front runner in the Republican Party. A guy who has made a career out of telling people lies.
The real con artist is Senator Marco Rubio, who was elected in Florida and who has the worst voting record in the United States Senate. He doesn't go to vote. He's absent. The people of Florida can't stand him. If he ran in Florida today for an office, he couldn't run for dog catcher. He wouldn't be elected. There is a serious question as to whether or not Ted can do this, okay? Because he was not born on the land. He cannot run for office.
There have been questions raised about the issue of, are you eligible to run for president? You were born in Canada.
He became a United States Senator, and then he said, I didn't know I was a citizen of Canada. Lying Ted, lying Ted.
My mom is a U.S. citizen by birth. She was born in Wilmington, Delaware. Sir, I'll answer your question, but I'm not going to debate you.
You should go out, get a declaratory judgment, let the courts decide.
Sir, okay, next question.
I want to congratulate Ted on Maine. He should do well in Maine because it's very close to Canada. Let's face it. I mean, here's the problem. We're running. He does great. I win. I choose him as my vice presidential candidate, and the Democrats sue because we can't take him along for the ride. I don't like that.
What passport?
Donald Trump is saying that you had a Canadian passport. False. You never had a Canadian passport in your entire life.
Of course not.
And you're sure you asked your mother, you asked your dad, you never had one.
Yes, I'm sure.
Why are you raising this issue now? Because now he's doing a little bit better. No, I didn't care before. It's true. Now he's doing better. He's got probably a 4 or 5% chance. comes out. He goes, well, I don't think that Donald Trump can beat Hillary Clinton, but I can. I said, well, why aren't you beating me?
Supports Democrats. This is not a guy who's a conservative.
I'm a conservative person. Bush says, I do not believe he's a true conservative. These people are stupid.
The problem with Mr. Trump's language is it's divisive, it's ugly, it's mean-spirited.
Bush said, my tone's not nice. I don't like Donald Trump's tone. You know, he's a low-energy guy, so he doesn't like my tone. I said, Tone, we need tone. We need enthusiasm.